Hi there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today I have a tarot reading for the sign of Aries. And this is going to be for the time period of June 25th to July 25th, 2024. Okay, so Aries, sun sign, moon sign, rising sign from June 25th to July 25th, 2024. Okay, spirit messages for Aries, please. Messages for Aries. Bottom of the deck energy is Ten of Pentacles. That's some good energy. That's inheritance, good stability, potentially marriage, but doing well in business, doing well financially. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries, June 25th to July 25th, 2024. Okay. So starting right off, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about being bored, being dissatisfied. You're provided with all of these options, but you're just kind of like, meh, not really wild about any of it. The next card we have is the Moon. The moon can mean a couple different things. So the moon can be about secrets or things that are kept in the shadows, but it can also talk about a time of reflection or potentially a time of changes. And I'm feeling like looking at this is really indicating perhaps a time of reflection and a time of change. You might be feeling very like meh in your life, kind of bored with your options. And you might be taking time to reflect on your life and the choices that you've made and where you are. And you might be ready to perhaps begin a change. The Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia. It makes you think of childhood memories, but this can also mean a sense of peace coming into your life. I mean, look at how peaceful she is just sitting there. So this can refer to a sense of peace, and it can also refer to a visitor. So you may have family that's coming to the area or family that's coming to visit you, or you might live close to your family but just have one of them pop in unexpectedly during this time. And I think it's going to bring you this really much needed sense of peace. I think they're going to bring that feeling to you when they come, when you get to spend some time with them. Two of Pentacles reverse can talk about being kind of out of balance, having difficulty prioritizing things. It can also talk about having too much ego or too much pride. So now what we're going to do is look at all of these cards in context with their clarifiers, okay? So Eight of Swords, this is a feeling of being trapped, being bound, being confined. So looking at this with your Four of Cups, this Four of Cups was a feeling of meh, I'm kind of like over it, whatever. And you're probably feeling that way because in your life, you are feeling very restrained, very restricted. This could be like maybe in your job, you want to be able to do more, but you aren't allowed to, or you have restrictions around you. This can be in your life, you want to make different changes or different choices, but you feel like you have these just very tight restraints that are keeping you where you are and that are keeping you stuck in this space. And that's why I think you're starting to have this time of contemplation, right, with the moon. But then we see the Queen of Swords reversed. And Queen of Swords reversed is like sometimes makes excuses for bad behavior. What I'm thinking this is referring to is, are you really stuck and confined and restricted, or are you making excuses as to why you are, but they're maybe not really like valid excuses? Like, let me think of an example. So it could be like, I can't go back to school because I have kids. And a suggestion to that would be like, well, can you go to online school? Oh, well, I can't go to online school because I have this whatever responsibility. It's like that energy. Okay, so are you doing that energy? Are you finding all of the reasons why you can't do something instead of looking for ways you can do something? And I think once you kind of see that and identify that and realize what's going on, that's when you can make the change. So this is this energy of like looking back and analyzing what has happened in the past, and then making and recognizing it for what it is, and then making the decision that you're going to make a change and choose a different way for yourself. So Six of Cups was this card of nostalgia. It could be a visitor coming, family coming, but this is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords can talk about anxiety. So I'm wondering if spending time around your family makes you feel anxiety. And that's what triggers this feeling here, this Two of Pentacles reversed feeling of being out of balance, needing to organize, having things just kind of like out of whack, discombobulated. Is there something that happened that triggers anxiety, grief? Are there any unresolved issues that you need to clear up or work on with your family? Oftentimes that moon card it talks about those things that we kind of keep hidden, and it talks about doing shadow work. And shadow work is such an important practice to regularly do, because we're always stuffing down traumas and hurts and, resentments and things like that. And we don't realize how much it becomes a deep-rooted part of us. And until we identify it and do that shadow work, then we can't move forward. And it's always building up. So shadow work is something you always have to kind of touch base with and look at and always work on. The Knight of Cups can talk about a disappointment, something that you really wanted that ended up not materializing. I'm wondering if this is like, I'm getting the feeling like family vacation, going to see family coming to see you having these like expectations of it being a certain way, and then it ends up not being that way, and you feel disappointed and let down. And I think it goes into dealing with that shadow work and really acknowledging what things do you have beneath the surface that you need to address, work on, heal. Okay, let's get some additional cards here. And this is going to be, let's see here. I want to find out for our Aries, I would like to know what is going on with your career, please. So Spirit, this is going to be 3 cards for Aries career for June 25th to July 25th, 2024. Okay, so this is 3 cards for career. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, and let's see, do you have any other sevens here? 7 seems like it's been a number for you. Okay, So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a potential for a lot of success. This person is looking at all of the hard work that they've put in, and they're starting to see the rewards blossom. Okay, so you have a potential for a lot of success this month at work. The Seven of Cups is options, it's possibilities. And the Three of Cups talks about celebrating, getting together. Probably this is like camaraderie, good times. So I feel like for work, this is going to be a fantastic time for you, Aries. I just see so many options for you, positive options. If you are wanting to transfer to a new job or work for a new company and like apply for a new company, or if you want to make any changes, now is the time to do it because the energy is so good this month. So the work energy for you, Aries, is on point. So after looking at your work energy and then coming back here to reflect at your overall spread, I don't feel like any of the things that are happening here have to do with work. So what I'd like to do now, Spirit, is pull 3 cards for family relationships. Can we get some clarity on family relationships? And this isn't about marriage or partnerships. This is going to be about parents, siblings, potentially children, that sort of thing. We will look at love next. Okay. So this is going to be all about family for Aries. Okay. So we have the Sun reversed. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the High Priestess. High Priestess is all about using your intuition, using your gut. When you're dealing with your family members between June 25th and July 25th, really rely heavily on your intuition, because things that are being said or things that are being done might not actually be what's being really done in the background. I feel like people might be a little bit sneaky, a little bit dishonest, because we have this Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about being deceptive, being impulsive. Sometimes it can even mean taking something. So there's going to be someone in the family dynamic who is going to be sneaky and deceptive. And then we have the Sun reversed. The Sun reversed talks about being disoriented, which is funny because this Two of Pentacles also talks about being a little bit disoriented or kind of more overwhelmed, I guess. So I really am feeling like the family dynamic is what your main spread is referring to here. I think that the relationships have kind of been the same. They've kind of been this like meh feeling. You felt really trapped, I think, because of the behaviors of others. This Queen of Swords was talking about, bad behavior, and it can be the interactions between you and your family members. It can be like this not positive energy. So it could be like stirring each other up. Okay. And there's a history of that. There's a cycle of that. And that's what leads to this feeling of grief or anxiety. Okay, I want to pull some different cards for this reading. I want to go to this What's the Vibe Oracle deck because I want to get more of an understanding of this family dynamic and what is going on. So Spirit, this is going to be information regarding the family dynamic. Aries family dynamic. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the family dynamic. Masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. So Is this something that has to do with the males in your family? Is this something to do with your father, grandfather, brothers? Tension, stressed out, migraines, worry. Yeah. Established, settled, secure, wealthy. I'm going to take one more card. Love affair, dirty little secret, down low. Ooh, okay. So let's get into this. So I am feeling like there is this tension in the family, and it's because of these established ways of being. There's already patterns that have been occurring probably for generations in your family. And so there are these cycles that have yet to be broken. And when you and your family get stuck in these cycles, it makes you feel really like tension, stressed out, grief, anxiety. It's intense. So looking at this, what's going to need to happen is there's going to have to be some kind of a change. And it's a change only you can make. And I really believe that that change is going to come with looking at boundaries that you can set between yourself and your family. And I think that it will be hard to establish those boundaries because I have a feeling that your family is kind of maybe boundaryless. So this is a new concept. But I would just be patient with them and just continue to work on slowly establishing boundaries and holding people accountable to that, as well as you respecting the boundaries of others. That is how you're going to begin to change these cycles. Okay, that's how you start to break this. With love affair, I'm wondering if there was some kind of infidelity with the parents, your parents, or perhaps like grandparents, like some generation above yours. There was perhaps infidelity, and that is a big stressor of family tension. Like, you know how people have those family secrets that no one really talks about, but it impacts everything? It's one of those things where it's like, you know, one of the parents has an affair, and then it, you know, for the rest of the time, it's like this unspoken thing, and you can tell everybody, like, there's tension, and everybody in the room knows, but no one's talking about it. And yeah, it's like, I think like that feeling, that kind of a vibe. If that describes your family, put a little ring, a little like, you know, ring in the comment section, so I know that I have resonated with someone, because I'm feeling like that's gonna really apply. Okay, now I want to get some cards on your relationship or love. So any messages, Spirit, regarding relationships or love from June 25th to July 25th, 2024. Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed is a queen who can sometimes feels like she's indebted to people. So I'm very much feeling like you might feel like you owe somebody something, or that your worth isn't as much as your partner's. Like you just value them more. You think like, oh my gosh, like they're here and I'm not here. I do feel like you kind of demur a little bit to your partner. And then we have this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles can talk about really holding tight to something. It talks about being stable, but it can also talk about being really frugal and just really like holding on to stuff, like almost like a miser kind of energy. Nine of Cups. This is like a wish come true, abundance, material success. So it's really interesting energy. I'm wondering if you're really holding fast to this idea that you are less than. And this is kind of what you're basing your identity on. When you have all of this abundance within yourself, like you have everything. There's no reason for you to feel like you have less than. And I feel like if you are with a partner, they see your value. They like completely see your value. They value you more than you value you. They look at you as you are the prize. And they're coming to you with so much love and admiration. And I'm wondering if you might sometimes feel like you're not worthy of it, but you very much are worthy of it. And if you are not with a partner, I do feel like this is the sign that you are worthy and there is someone that is going to treat you this way, like see that you are the prize and see your value, and it's going to be a good match. So there's something good ahead of you if you're single, okay? But this is just all about understanding that in love and in relationships, you bring so much to the table that you really shouldn't be like short selling yourself, if that makes any sense, okay? Okay, so let's look at one more oracle deck here. Messages from Spirit for our Aries, please. We had a runner flip out. The runner. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, yeah, this is so good for love. Unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, selflessness. So, see, this talks about self-love as well as unconditional love. So, this is what you are resonating at, and this is what you are attracting. We see the soulmates card, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. So if you're in a relationship, this really has potential to be that person. This feels really, really good. And I feel like if you are in a relationship, this person looks at you and sees how much you bring to the table. And they just adore you, okay? And then we have picture and the runner. The runner is fear of intimacy, running away. So are you someone who, when you start to feel this, you start to second guess your value and your worth and you try to push it away? I very much feel that from the runner card. And this one was the one that just kind of randomly popped out. I think this is a very specific message to look at your fear of intimacy. Is this one of the things that you have shadow work to do? Because you don't want to run away from something that could be amazing just because you have a fear of intimacy. Okay, Aries. And then the final card we have is looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. So I think that this is going to resonate differently with different people. I think for some of you, you're going to know who this person is. Okay. If you know who this person is, leave a little camera emoji in the comment section down below. Okay, we are going to get some final messages. This is going to be final messages or advice from Spirit for our Aries for the period of June 25th to July 25th, 2024. So this is the sign of Aries. This is final messages or advice from Spirit. Okay. So the first thing we have is the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So remember, we had this conversation over here about making these changes within this family relationship, right? So sometimes things have to be kind of brought down in order to be rebuilt. And we talked about how boundaries are going to come in really, really handy. So take a look at what it is you're clinging to that you can release. We talked also about how this Eight of Swords was this feeling of being stuck, being confined. But then we saw here with the Queen of Swords reversed that maybe these were kind of your own making. So are there things you can release that will enable this to fall down so that you can rebuild this so much better? The second message we have from Spirit is the ever unfolding rose. It's happening for you, not to you. So sometimes things can feel incredibly painful, especially when we're trying to reshape a family dynamic. So if there are things that are happening that feel uncomfortable, remember, this is Spirit saying, remember it's happening for you, for your best good, and it's not happening to you, okay, as like a punishment. And finally, we have leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So if you were waiting for a sign to take the next step, to leap into something, this is your sign that it is time to leap. Okay, Aries, I hope that you guys liked this video and that it resonated with you. If it did, please leave a thumbs up on this video. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please take a moment to click the little subscribe button. I also do private readings, so if you are interested in that, you can find the info on my website, which is www.bobbiereads.com. Thank you so much for trusting me to read your tarot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.